Hello everyone, my name is Invader Bryce and welcome back to the Hello Street Cat Iceberg Part 2. For those that are uninitiated, then I highly recommend watching my previous Hello Street Cat Iceberg. However, I will give a brief summary here. Hello Street Cat is a website dedicated to streaming stray cats through various intelligent stray cat management houses. These houses allow people to donate food to these stray cats. In my original Iceberg, I talked about over 100 plus cats. However, I missed quite a few and more have appeared since the original Iceberg. So today I created a brand new Iceberg with over 300 more cats. However, before we begin, I do want to give a content warning. This video will contain talks of animal abuse and animal cruelty. In the description I will put timestamps so it's more easily skippable for people that don't want to hear those parts. So let's begin the Iceberg with layer 1. Mr. Grandpa. Mr. Grandpa is a orange short-haired tabby who is named after the white spotting that resembles a mustache. He often looks very tired and has even been caught sleeping at the feeder. Miss Sidori. Miss Sidori is a gray domestic shorthair that is named after Trilla Sidori, a character from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Unlike other cats, she is an indoor one, so she is often seen inside playing. Miss Tangerine. Miss Tangerine is a orange mackerel tabby who was originally named Miss Tumble due to her tendency to fall. However, due to their color resembling a tangerine, their name stuck. Miss Tangerine is rarely at the feeders alone, usually with their partner Big Boss. Mr. Bentley. Mr. Bentley is a black shorthair who is named after the show Good Omens due to his sleek black fur and quick reaction time. In early August, he was taken to the vet and escaped, where the vet spent around 30 minutes attempting to capture him. Mr. Ranzatsu. Mr. Ranzatsu is a black bicolor mackerel tabby who is named after the Japanese word for messy, as he looks like he got brown paint poured all over his back. Miss Medusa. Miss Medusa is a black and white shorthair who is named after the creature from Greek mythology, Medusa. Miss Medusa has a tendency of staring into the camera, which is the reason that she gained her name. Little Bean Sprout. Little Bean Sprout is an extremely small orange shorthair kitten who is named after the Chinese word for endearment. His Majesty. His Majesty is a white hairless who is named after the Sphinx of the same name in the game Baldur's Gate 3. Big Boss. Big Boss is a gray mackerel tabby who is named due to his large size. He is very polite and is often seen with Miss Tangerine. Miss Tutu. Miss Tutu is a gray mackerel tabby who is named due to her tendency to be seen wearing a dress on the cameras. Big Gray. Big Gray is a black mackerel tabby who is named due to his size and color. In Big Gray's first sightings, he was very cowardly, however recently he's become more warmed up to his surroundings. Miss Cloud. Miss Cloud is a white shorthair who is named due to her pure white coat resembling a cloud. Miss Cloud is a permanent resident at the Hello Street Cat headquarters and has even been seen with Mr. Fresh. Mr. Walk. Mr. Walk is a black and brown mackerel tabby who is a permanent resident of the Hello Street Cat headquarters. He gained his name due to being seen walking around at night. Messy Dusa. Messy Dusa is a black and white shorthair who is related to Miss Medusa. However, she is very messy and often gets snacks stuck on her head. Mr. Tower. Mr. Tower is a orange shorthair who is named due to being seen towering over other cats. Mr. Pug. Mr. Pug is a orange and white tabby who is named after his pug-like face. He is extremely docile and prefers to eat alone. Sunset. Sunset is a orange and white shorthair who is named after their feeder, the Little Sun Party. She also seems to have a sibling named Sunrise, however I can't find any info on them. Mr. A. Angel. Mr. A. Angel is a orange and white shorthair who is named after his habit of protecting the feeder like a guardian angel. Mr. Simba. Mr. Simba is a orange and white shorthair named after Simba from The Lion King due to their similar playful nature. Cousin Chill. Cousin Chill is a white shorthair who is named after his relaxed nature. Often he is seen sitting and relaxing at the feeder. Aziraphale. Aziraphale is a gray shorthair named after the character from the book Good Omens. He is almost never seen without his friend Crowley. Dame Knight. Dame Knight is a orange shorthair who is named because of the sword pattern on her back. Dame Knight has 2 kittens, however they haven't been named yet. Crowley. Crowley is a orange shorthair who is named after the character of the same name from the book Good Omens. He is almost never seen without his friend Aziraphale. Miss Blueberry. Miss Blueberry is a gray shorthair who is named for their slightly bluish coat. Miss Blueberry is an indoor kitten who is often seen playing with other kittens in her house. Mr. Chaperone. Mr. Chaperone is a black mackerel tabby who got his name from following around the kittens of the feeder and taking care of them. Miss Companion. Miss Companion is a gray tabby kitten who gained her name due to following around Mr. Chaperone, who is her grandfather. Miss Charlie. Miss Charlie is a white and orange calico shorthair who's named due to the zigzag pattern on her coat. This zigzag pattern is very similar to the one of Charlie Brown's from the cartoon Peanuts. Cow Lily. Cow Lily is a bicolored black and white kitten named after the flower of the same name. Mrs. Double. Miss Double is a calico shorthair named due to her resemblance to Miss Eeper. The way the community distinguishes the two is by sleep schedules, Miss Eeper sleeping often and Mrs. Double never being seen sleeping. Miss Opera. Miss Opera is a orange and brown shorthair named due to her resemblance to the character from the play Phantom of the Opera. Mr. Mlem. Mr. Mlem is a orange shorthair named due to his tendency to be seen with his tongue out. This is due to a condition known as stomatitis. Brother Roll. Brother Roll is a black shorthair named due to his tendency to roll over and lie there. He is likely a house cat, even being seen taken back home at night by a human. Big-faced brother. Big-faced brother is a brown shorthair named due to his abnormally large cheeks. He is very loving and is often seen with his wife. Ferret. Ferret is a diluted calico munchkin who is named due to their long body that resembles a ferret. Hydro. Hydro is a orange shorthair who gained his name due to his tendency to drink water during his visits. Miss Bandage. Miss Bandage is a orange shorthair who gained her name due to the white patch above her nose that resembles a bandage. Mr. Round. Mr. Round is a white and black shorthair named due to the roundness of his face and body. Mr. Round's feeder also has a bed inside it, so he's often seen sleeping at the feeder. Miss Sneak. Miss Sneak is a all-white shorthair who is named due to the unusual way that she eats, acting as if she doesn't want to be caught on camera. Miss Skeptic. Miss Skeptic is a orange and white shorthair named due to her suspicious looks that she gives the food and the cameras. Sister Cam. Sister Cam is a orange and white shorthair named due to her resemblance to Brother Calm, and the Cam being the word for orange in Vietnam. Mr. Icing. Mr. Icing is a white shorthair named due to his fluffy tail, which looks like it has a layer of icing on top due to its coloring. Miss Yogurt. Miss Yogurt is a all-white shorthair named due to their white coat resembling yogurt. While she is at the feeder, she will often take very long breaks from eating to scan the area. Latte. Latte is a calico shorthair who gained her name due to patterns on her back resembling a latte. Latte is very kind and is often seen with other cats. Mocha. Mocha is a calico shorthair who gained her name due to her sweet personality and her fur patterns. Mocha is also known as Mama Mocha due to often being seen around her children. Mrs. Side-Eye. Mrs. Side-Eye is a white and gray shorthair who gained her name due to her habit of side-eyeing the feeder. Mr. Sitter. Mr. Sitter is a large gray shorthair who gained his name due to his tendency to sit on other cats at the feeder. He is also a babysitter for multiple kittens. Miss S'more. Miss S'more is a calico shorthair named due to their orange and black mix that is similar to a s'more. When at the feeder, she eats quite a bit and even has a favorite food bowl. Mrs. Biscuit. Miss Biscuit is a brown shorthair that I actually can't find the name of. See, this feeder, the Happy Meow Island, has a community where they do a poll to see what the cat is named after. Usually the cats from this feeder are named after some kind of food. Otherwise, Mrs. Biscuit is very chill and unbothered by the world around her. Mr. Caramel. Mr. Caramel is a orange shorthair named after his orange color, which is very similar to the color of the candy. His behavior is often very silly and goofy, however sometimes he can be a bit of a bully to other cats. Mr. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Mr. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a brown and white shorthair who was likely named due to the brown color on his back resembling the cereal. When at the feeder, he was very greedy, devouring 2 of the 3 food bowls in 2 visits. Mr. Marshmallow. Mr. Marshmallow is a pure white shorthair named due to his coat being the same color of a marshmallow's. He is not picky food-wise and loves to eat at the feeder. Miss Diorite. Miss Diorite is a white and black shorthair named after diorite, the igneous rock, due to their similar colors. Mrs. Ember. Mrs. Ember is a black and orange shorthair who is named due to her looking like a burning piece of coal. She is often very relaxed and even lets food fall on her head. Miss Pegmatite. Miss Pegmatite is a black and white shorthair named after pegmatite, a igneous rock with dark spots or patches. She is almost always alert and often looking after her kittens. The Minerals. The Minerals are a group of kittens named niobium, lithium, tin, and beryl. This is due to their mother, Miss Pegmatite, being named after the igneous rock that can be mined for these minerals. The Sparks. The Sparks are a group of 3 tuxedo kittens named Ash, Soot, and Cinder due to their mother being Miss Ember. Miss Cream Cheese. Miss Cream Cheese is a white shorthair who's named due to being the first white cat at her particular feeder. She is often very skittish and isn't around the feeder for long. Miss Chanel. Miss Chanel is a brown and white shorthair named after the luxury brand of the same name. This is due to her having a luxurious coat. Miss Maid. Miss Maid is a black shorthair who's named due to her particular habit of eating stray kibble on the ground instead of going for the piles in the feeder. Mr. Pickup. Mr. Pickup is a large and brown shorthair named due to his habit of picking up his food and leaving. He was also named due to his stature, which is very similar to a pickup truck. Miss Prada. Miss Parada is a orange and brown shorthair named after the luxury brand, and also because she has a luxurious and rare coat. She is at the feeder almost 24/7 and is often seen sleeping. Mama Play. Mama Play is a white and orange shorthair named due to being the suspected mother of Miss Play. Mrs. Kind. Miss Kind is a brown and white shorthair named due to her kind and very round face. She can often be seen outside the feeder watching other cats eat. Miss Sniff. Miss Sniff is a calico shorthair named due to her tendency to sniff around the feeder. She will often meow and hiss at other cats due to her extremely territorial nature. Mr. Huh. Mr. Huh is a brown and white shorthair named due to their bewildered actions, often walking around mindlessly and looking confused. Mango. Mango is a young orange shorthair who is named due to their similar resemblance to the fruit. He is extremely playful and has even been documented having zoomies. Mr. Bully. Mr. Bully is a brown shorthair who's named for his aggressive behavior at the feeder. In particular, he seems to have an extreme distaste for Mr. Edible, often jumping and attacking him. Mr. Edible. Mr. Edible is a gray and white exotic shorthair named due to always looking like he's high on edibles. Before being spotted at the feeder, he originally had an owner. However, they abandoned him at the entrance of the cat shelter. Doe. Doe is a brown shorthair who is the brother of the infamous John. He is extremely skittish, just like his brother. Potlid. Potlid is a orange and white shorthair who gained his name from the circular marking on his head as if he was wearing a pot lid. Paul. Paul is an orange shorthair who's named after the main character from Dune, reasoning being his fur is very similar to the sand in those movies. Inkspot. Inkspot is a black shorthair named due to their coat resembling a spot of ink. Often, unintentionally, he'll accidentally block the camera, not allowing us to see. Mr. Peculiar Gentleman. Mr. Peculiar Gentleman is a orange and white shorthair whose name is derived from the meme, "This gent is so peculiar." He is the most frequent cat at his particular feeder and is usually seen sleeping or sitting politely. Radical Man. Radical Man is a orange and white shorthair who gained his name due to the symbol on his forehead resembling the word radical in Chinese. Mr. Limp. Mr. Limp is a black and white shorthair named due to his distinctive limp. Miss Pie. Miss Pie is an orange and white shorthair named due to her habit of sitting in the scratching bowl, which is very similar to a pie crust. Mr. London. Mr. London is a grey British shorthair named due to being a British shorthair. When at the feeder, he is often very calm or drowsy, even falling asleep sometimes. Mr. Boss. Mr. Boss is a grey British shorthair named due to his intimidating first appearance, being very fierce. Mr. Boss is often very lazy and sleeps quite a bit. Cool Whip. Cool Whip is an all-white shorthair named due to his white coat resembling Cool Whip. Miss Bounce. Miss Bounce is a black and white shorthair who was given her name because she kept bouncing into frame whenever she was spotted. She is extremely energetic and seems to have issues with personal space. Mr. Floppy Disk. Mr. Floppy Disk is a black and white shorthair named due to his distinct ears, which tend to flop over. Roadkill. Roadkill is a very tiny orange and brown shorthair named due to a resemblance to roadkill. Roadkill is very timid and often is asleep at the feeder. Miss Thinking. Miss Thinking is a silver shorthair named due to always looking like she's pondering something. Almost every time she is at the feeder, she is in deep thought, leading some to believe that she has powers of telekinesis. Michael. Michael is a brown shorthair named due to his old and scraggly appearance. He sleeps at the feeder quite often and glares when given kibble, however really enjoys the snack treats. Mr. Smoky. Mr. Smoky is a slightly gray shorthair named due to his smoky color. Miss Lick. Miss Lick is a gray longhair named due to her habit of licking her own fur. Mr. Climb. Mr. Climb is a black and white shorthair named due to his habit of climbing up the cages in the animal sanctuary. Pastel. Pastel is a gray and orange shorthair who gained her name due to her very pastel-looking orange color. She is also the mother of Mango and Roadkill. Mr. Skinny. Mr. Skinny is a orange shorthair named for his skinny physique. Mr. Skinny is very playful, however sometimes he likes to take a rest, very much resembling Brother Calm. Mr. Socks. Mr. Socks is a orange and white shorthair named due to the markings on his legs resembling socks. Macaroni and cheese soup. Macaroni and cheese soup is a orange and white shorthair named due to his colors resembling mac and cheese. When at the feeder, he is often sleeping and is often described as chill. Miss Wisp. Miss Wisp is a black and white shorthair named due to the marking on her face resembling a wisp of fire. She is very judgmental and often side-eyes the camera. Mr. Supreme. Mr. Supreme is a orange and white shorthair named after the luxury brand of the same name since his coat is very similar to their logo. Mr. Supreme is very sleepy and is almost at the feeder 24/7 napping. Grilled Chicken. Grilled Chicken is a brown shorthair named due to his coat resembling grilled chicken. Grilled Chicken is unbothered by other cats, however loud noises scare him. Horchata. Horchata is a gray shorthair named due to the cream-colored stripes on her back, which are very similar to the drink. She is extremely fast, often running quickly around the feeder. Mr. Ginkgo. Mr. Ginkgo is a orange and white shorthair who is named due to the markings on his face resembling the leaves of a ginkgo tree. Miss Average Gentleman. Miss Average Gentleman is a white shorthair who is named due to being completely average. She is extremely jumpy and often gets scared by the food dispensing. Carrot Soup. Carrot Soup is a orange shorthair who is named due to his colors resembling carrot soup. Carrot Soup is very patient, often waiting for other cats to finish eating at the feeder. Inquisitive One. Inquisitive One is a orange shorthair named after his curious personality. He is extremely friendly towards other cats, however they aren't necessarily nice to him, and he's also very shy of humans, running away from the staff. Black Bean Soup. Black Bean Soup is a brown shorthair who is named due to his coat resembling black bean soup. He is pretty calm and prefers kibble over the snack treats. Heat Miser. Heat Miser is a brown shorthair named after the character Heat Miser from the Rankin Bass TV special The Year Without Santa Claus. Heat Miser often has the habit of staring into the camera, making it seem like he knows he's being watched. Mrs. Decade. Mrs. Decade is a orange and white shorthair named due to her age currently being 10 years old. Miss Marble. Miss Marble is a gray shorthair who is named due to the gray stripes appearing to look like the marbling of stone or the marbling of bread. Her favorite hobby is sleeping inside the feeder, often cuddling with other cats. Mr. Sleep Bowl. Mr. Sleep Bowl is a gray and white shorthair named due to his habit of falling asleep inside the scratching bowl. Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens is a orange and white shorthair named due to looking like a balding middle-aged high school science teacher. Personality-wise, Mr. Steven often looks lost and confused with the world around him. Miss Play. Miss Play is a brown and orange short-haired kitten who is named due to her extremely energetic behavior. Miss Stubbs. Miss Stubbs is a brown and white shorthair named due to her stubby appearance. Miss Stubbs has been documented being very intelligent, moving the entire feeder to reach food trapped underneath. Mr. Quartz. Mr. Quartz is a brown shorthair who is named due to being mistaken for Mr. Diamond, which in real life Quartz is often mistaken for Diamond. Miss Disguised Gentleman. Miss Disguised Gentleman is a white and brown shorthair who is named due to her strange appearance. She is extremely skittish and often runs away when hearing the feeder dispense. Mr. Slither. Mr. Slither is a orange and white shorthair named due to squeezing underneath the plastic tarp that covers the feeder. Due to his sneakiness, Mr. Slither often scares other cats. Miss Fox. Miss Fox is a brown shorthair named due to her resemblance to wild foxes. She is extremely skittish and often runs from other cats. Miss Mars. Miss Mars is a orange and brown shorthair named due to her colors on her coat resembling the surface of Mars. Mr. Lucifer. Mr. Lucifer is a white and black shorthair named due to the black angel wing pattern on his back. He is very hands-on with the feeder, often swatting at the bowl and playing with the curtains. Mr. Choco Cake. Mr. Choco Cake is a white and brown shorthair named due to his resemblance to chocolate cake. Miss Spider. Miss Spider is a brown shorthair named due to the markings on her face resembling a spider. She is quite silly and goofy, however she is also quite selfish. Miss Penguin. Miss Penguin is a black and white shorthair named due to her coat resembling a penguin's. Miss Penguin is extremely kind and often just minds her own business. Miss Beautiful. Miss Beautiful is a white shorthair named due to her cute and beautiful looks. Miss Obsidian. Miss Obsidian is a black shorthair named due to her glossy black coat resembling the igneous rock obsidian. Miss Obsidian is very comfortable with other cats, often cuddling with other cats at the feeder. Miss Feather. Miss Feather is a brown shorthair named due to her soft coat and light brown color. Miss Kitty Pet. Miss Kitty Pet is a gray and white shorthair named after the phrase kitty pet from the popular Warrior Cat series. Miss Floofy. Miss Floofy is a black and brown longhair named due to her fluffy coat. Miss Floofy is extremely territorial, often hissing and scratching at other cats. And that is the end of Layer 1. Layer 1 included some of the most common cats of the feeder, and Layer 2 will include some of the most uncommon creatures. So let's begin Layer 2. Mr. Eek. Mr. Eek is a brown shorthair named due to his fear of the food dispenser, running away whenever fresh kibble is dropped. Once, Mr. Eek ran away at such a high velocity that he knocked the lid off the feeder. Big bicolored orange cat that loves to sleep. Big bicolored orange cat that loves to sleep is a orange and white shorthair that was indeed named due to being a big bicolored orange cat that loves to sleep. Mr. Me. Mr. Me is a brown shorthair named after the internet famous cat Mimi or Tole Tole. Mr. Me rarely eats at the feeder and at times can even be seen sleeping. Miss Leaf. Miss Leaf is a brown and white shorthair whose name comes from the Discord runner-up suggestions for Miss Raccoon. She is pretty polite towards other cats, however isn't cowardly. Miss Raccoon. Miss Raccoon is a brown shorthair named due to her raccoon-esque appearance. She can often be seen reclining at the feeder, using the bowl as a pillow. Mrs. Uneasy. Mrs. Uneasy is a orange shorthair named due to her deeply worried stare that she often does at the camera. Mrs. Uneasy has an extreme love for the chicken treats, even ignoring kibble that's already in the feeder just to wait for more chicken treats. Chicken Noodle Soup. Chicken Noodle Soup is a orange and brown calico shorthair named due to her resemblance to chicken noodle soup. Chicken Noodle Soup's personality is extremely paranoid, almost always looking around before and after she eats. Miss Maple. Miss Maple is a white and brown shorthair named due to her brown coat resembling maple syrup. Miss Scarf. Miss Scarf is a brown and white shorthair named due to always scarfing down her food and for the white markings on her chest that reaches around her neck like a scarf. Mr. Keyhole. Mr. Keyhole is a white and black shorthair named after the black dot on his forehead, which resembles a keyhole. Mr. Keyhole also has the nickname the Nodding Nodder due to the way that he moves his head while eating. Miss Scoop. Miss Scoop is a brown shorthair named due to the way that she eats, often scooping up the food into her mouth with her paws. Miss Dale. Miss Dale is a orange shorthair who was originally thought to be male, hence the masculine name. However, the name stuck even after she was found out to be female. Miss Dale seems to have a strange habit where she will scoop food outside of the bowl using her paws, seemingly preferring to eat off the floor. Mr. Amano Jaku. Mr. Amano Jaku is a black shorthair named after the cat from the anime TV series Ghost Stories, as they share a very similar appearance. Mr. Line. Mr. Line is a white and black shorthair named after the two black lines on his forehead. Mr. Line is pretty chill, often not bothered by other cats, even eating right next to them. The Suit. The Suit is a tuxedo shorthair anomaly that often corrupts the cameras. The Suit's motivations are unknown, and it states to interact with caution. Mr. Freckles. Mr. Freckles is a brown and white shorthair who was named due to the spotting on his nose resembling freckles. Mr. Freckles often gets along with other cats, particularly Miss Diorite, who he is often seen with. Miss Poco. Miss Poco is a brown shorthair who received her name from the sound that tanuki makes when they drum on their belly. Miss Poco is the trickster out of all her siblings, often sitting outside the feeder taunting other cats that are inside. Mr. Fogg. Mr. Fogg is a white and black shorthair who is named after the character Phileas Fogg from Around the World in 80 Days due to his gentlemanly look. Mr. Fogg will often sit and loaf in the feeder and beg for chicken treats. Mr. Bamboozled Gentleman. Mr. Bamboozled Gentleman is a brown shorthair who is named after the markings on his mouth, which make it look like his mouth is always open as if he was shocked. Mrs. Pudding. Mrs. Pudding is a brown and white shorthair who is named due to the brown coating on her back resembling pudding. Mrs. Pudding is extremely close to the caretaker of the feeder, even getting spoon-fed a can of wet food. Little Fella. Little Fella is a orange shorthair named due to her remarkably innocent eyes that she often uses to convince people to donate treats at the feeder. Little Fella is also confirmed to be the daughter of Mr. Snack. Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark is a orange shorthair whose name is short for Mr. Skidmark, named after the notable brown marking and shaven fur patch located above the area above the tail, reminiscent to a skid mark. Itty Bitty. Itty Bitty is a black shorthair named due to often being in the little loaf position. Itty Bitty is extremely chill, often seen loafing around, however, he has never been documented interacting with other cats. Miss Cher. Miss Cher is a orange and white calico shorthair named due to her habit to share the feeder with other cats. Mr. Jazzy. Mr. Jazzy is a brown shorthair who is named due to the swag that radiates off him when he places one paw on the feeder. Mama Meowth. Mama Meowth is a white and brown shorthair and is named due to the Pikachu plush located at the feeder. Mama Meowth often looks extremely tired, most likely because of her two kittens, Pichu and Raichu. Mr. Tobashi. Mr. Tobashi is a gray shorthair named due to his resemblance to another cat, Mr. Boss. In the Japanese term, tobashi is most commonly used to refer to a fraudulent scheme involving stocks or loans, which implies that he is stealing Mr. Boss's identity. Mr. Citrine. Mr. Citrine is a brown shorthair who on his original appearance was confused for Mr. Quartz, which the citrine crystal is also often confused for quartz. Miss Tarp. Miss Tarp is a white and brown shorthair whose name came from the lengthy amount of time that she spent playing with the clear tarp that hangs over the feeder. Moses. Moses is a white and brown shorthair whose name due to the unique large stripe on his back that separates two large brown marks, which many take as a reference to the Bible, specifically when Moses parted the Red Sea. Mr. Cardboard. Mr. Cardboard is a orange and white shorthair whose name due to his affinity towards cardboard. For example, on his first appearance, he was seen laying on top of the cardboard box inside the feeder. Mr. Mob. Mr. Mob is a black and white sphinx named due to his resemblance to the character Mr. Mob from the anime Mob Psycho 100. Coal Ball Brother. Coal Ball Brother is a black and white shorthair named due to being a part of the group known as the Coal Miners. Personality-wise, Coal Ball Brother is very playful and often gets distracted while eating by flies in the feeder. Mr. Tubby. Mr. Tubby is a grey British shorthair who was named because firstly, the Wiki user's cat as a child was named Tubby, but also because of his large size. Little Grey. Little Grey is a grey and brown shorthair who is named due to his small stature and color. Little Grey is extremely nervous, often eating quickly and then running away. Max Drizzle. Max Drizzle is a orange and white shorthair named due to the markings on their back looking like sauce was drizzled onto them. Max Drizzle is rarely seen outside and rarely seen outside of their cage. Big Beautiful. Big Beautiful is a black sphinx named due to being big and beautiful. Big Beautiful is rarely seen, most likely due to being a sphinx cat and needing special care for her skin. Mr. Biscoff. Mr. Biscoff is a orange and brown shorthair named after the Biscoff cookies due to his coat color. Mr. Dreamy. Mr. Dreamy is a brown and white shorthair and is named due to his sleepy and sluggish actions, often being slow to react to kibble and often staring into space. George. George is a black and white shorthair named due to George being a stereotypical name for an old man. George is often described as grumpy, however he does have a soft side. Mr. Toffee. Mr. Toffee is a orange shorthair named after toffee due to their similar colors. Mr. Toffee is often very tired and has been seen sleeping in one of the cat houses. Mr. Paw. Mr. Paw is a orange shorthair and is named due to only eating kibble he pushed out of the feeder with his paw. Yan. Yan is a black and white shorthair named for the smoke-like marking on his face, which in Mandarin, Yan means smoke. Miss Shinjin. Miss Shinjin is a brown Siamese and was named due to her intelligent looks, which Shinjin means lawyer in the Japanese Yakuza. Mr. Eclair. Mr. Eclair is a white and brown shorthair and is named due to his resemblance to the dessert an eclair. Mr. Eclair is extremely close to the feeder caretaker and seems to enjoy the attention that the caretaker gives him. Zoot. Zoot is a gray shorthair and is named due to his high or drunk looking resting face. Mr. Timbit. Mr. Timbit is a white and black shorthair whose name comes from Timbits, bite-sized fried pieces of doughs, donut holes that are often sold at Tim Hortons. He is named this way due to the maple leaf-like pattern on his mouth, and Tim Hortons is a Canadian-owned franchise. Mr. Yoke. Mr. Yoke is a orange and white shorthair and is named due to the orange spot on his head, which looks like an egg yolk. Unfortunately, Mr. Yoke only has 3 legs, having to get one of them amputated after an incident with an elevator. Watcher. Watcher is a brown shorthair whose name was given because while Miss Bounce was asleep, she would sit by closely and keep guard. In fact, Watcher is extremely close with Miss Bounce and has even been seen cuddling with her. Mama Bear. Mama Bear is a black and white shorthair named after her very protective behavior over her kittens. She is extremely territorial, especially over food, and seems to have some kind of beef with Big Gray, however it is for unknown reasons. The Guardian. The Guardian is a orange shorthair and is named due to his statuesque and chill personality. Mr. Swirly. Mr. Swirly is a orange and white shorthair named after the markings on his mouth that resemble a swirly mustache. Zuko. Zuko is a brown and orange shorthair named after the character Zuko from the animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is due to both of them having a similar scar over their right eye. Chicken Gnocchi Soup. Chicken Gnocchi Soup is a white shorthair who gained her name due to her alliance with the Soup Club. She is often extremely anxious and sits in a way that people describe as the opposite of Brother Calm. Miss Gucci. Miss Gucci is a brown shorthair named due to her coat resembling a Gucci bag. Personality-wise, Miss Gucci is extremely kind, to the point where other cats are unbothered by her presence. Hua. Hua is a black and white shorthair whose name comes from the Chinese word hua, which means fire or anger. Mr. Otter. Mr. Otter is a white and black shorthair named for his fully black tail, closely resembling a otter's tail. Mr. Otter is probably best known due to his habit of often having his tongue out. Miss Tiramisu. Miss Tiramisu is a white and orange shorthair named due to her resemblance to the cream and coffee dessert tiramisu. Miss Tiramisu is extremely focused on the food, often quickly eating and leaving. Miss Two-Tone. Miss Two-Tone is a black and orange shorthair and is named due to her 2 colors on her coat. Mr. Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton is a white and black shorthair named due to his distinctive forehead marking looking like the upper half of the recognizable Broadway musical Hamilton. Agent Mulder. Agent Mulder is a gray shorthair named after the character Fox Mulder, a fictional FBI special agent in the American television series X-Files due to always looking like he's investigating. Mr. Latency. Mr. Latency is a orange shorthair named after his delayed reaction to things, often staring into the camera blankly even when food is being dispensed. Brother Demetrius. Brother Demetrius is a orange shorthair named after a conversation on the D-Mawa Discord. Azula. Azula is a orange and black shorthair named after Azula from the animated show Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is due to them having two fully functioning eyes, unlike her brother Zuko. That is it for Layer 2, which included mostly uncommon cats. Next, we will be headed into Layer 3, which will include some more rare creatures. Mr. Fiend. Mr. Fiend is a orange shorthair named due to his evil and fiendish behavior. For example, once he was caught peeing into the feeder while another cat was eating out of it. Mr. Business. Mr. Business is a black and white shorthair named due to his coat looking like a professional business suit. Mr. Business is extremely skittish, often jumping backwards when food is dispensed. Miss Hater. Miss Hater is a brown and white shorthair named due to her resentment for every cat she has ever encountered. Heart. Heart is a brown and white shorthair named due to their iconic heart on their back. Mrs. Minimum Wage. Mrs. Minimum Wage is a white and brown shorthair named due to her feeder resembling a restaurant. Mr. Yeti. Mr. Yeti is a white Persian named after his white coat resembling the Yeti from Himalayan folklore. Personality-wise, Mr. Yeti is extremely territorial, once having a screaming match with Mr. Mlem for 10 minutes. Smole. Small is a orange and black longhair named due to her small size. In late March, Small was luckily adopted, making her name now Furball. Franklin. Franklin is a brown shorthair possibly named after Sir John Franklin, a British Royal Navy officer known for his Arctic expeditions. Pinto. Pinto is a white and black shorthair named after pinto beans due to his small size. Sadly, Pinto's mother decided to abandon him at a very young age, however the caretaker of the feeder chose to adopt him. Miss Sales. Miss Sales is a white and black shorthair named in reference to her face markings which resemble a headset microphone often worn in call centers. Mr. Sun. Mr. Sun is a orange shorthair named due to his bright orange fur and warm appearance. Mr. Sun is often described as very intelligent, however dumb at the same time. Mr. Wrath. Mr. Wrath is a orange shorthair named due to his extremely aggressive behavior at the feeder. For example, on his first appearance, he announced his presence by growling and scaring off the cat feeding before him. Mr. Toothless. Mr. Toothless is a black shorthair named due to his similar appearance to Toothless from DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon. Mr. Jail. Mr. Jail is a gray shorthair named due to being constantly trapped within a cage. However, it is unknown what he did to result in his confinement. Sadly, due to the feeder changing positions, Mr. Jail is now unseeable on the cameras. Mr. Inspector. Mr. Inspector is a orange shorthair and was named due to his curious personality. Unlike other cats, he will eat any food left at the feeder instead of waiting for new food to be dispensed. Vegeta. Vegeta is a orange and black shorthair named after the character Vegeta from the anime Dragon Ball due to their black patch over the right eye looking like Vegeta's scouter. Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool is a brown shorthair named due to his quiet and cool personality. Mr. Noses. Mr. Noses is a orange shorthair named due to a genetic mutation resulting in him being born with two noses. Mr. Noses' mutation is extremely rare and luckily not dangerous. The Hungry One. The Hungry One is a white and black shorthair named due to his extreme appetite and often looking very anxious while eating. Mr. Domino. Mr. Domino is a white and black shorthair named due to the 4 dots on his head resembling a domino's dots. Mex Creamsicle. Mex Creamsicle is a orange and white shorthair named due to his coat having the same colors as a creamsicle. Miss Meow. Miss Meow is a white and brown shorthair named due to being very common at the feeder Meow Meow Wine House. Miss Meow is extremely possessive of the food, which can result in some chaotic violence. Mr. Mediocre Gentleman. Mr. Mediocre Gentleman is a white shorthair named due to being confused for Mr. Average Gentleman on his first appearance. Mr. Dark. Mr. Dark is a white and black shorthair named due to his very dark appearance and due to only appearing at night. Asparagus. Asparagus is a brown shorthair whose name was chosen by the community, which apparently suited them. Asparagus is often feared by other cats, however it is unknown why, as he is very harmless. Miss Poodle. Miss Poodle is a white and brown Persian, named due to her strange fur cut, resembling a typical haircut of a poodle. Brother Valentine. Brother Valentine is a brown shorthair named due to the heart-shaped markings on his back. Brother Valentine gained his title due to his extraordinary patience, demonstrating himself a worthy disciple of Brother Calm. Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass is a brown shorthair whose name was given due to his brown coat being very similar to the color of a double bass. Mr. Unibrow. Mr. Unibrow is a white and black shorthair named due to the markings on his forehead resembling a unibrow. Mr. Battlescar. Mr. Battlescar is a orange and white shorthair named due to the white streak across his face resembling a battle scar. Miss Shadowheart. Miss Shadowheart is a white and black shorthair named after the black coloring heart shape that is located at the top of her head. Miss Shadowheart has been dubbed the schoolyard bully of the feeder due to her consistent mean actions. Miss Hummingbird. Miss Hummingbird is a white and orange shorthair named due to their small size and orange markings on their back that resemble wings. Miss Tripod. Miss Tripod is a gray and white shorthair named due to having their front leg amputated, resulting in them only having 3 legs like a tripod. Miss Weed. Miss Weed is a white and brown shorthair named due to their fascination with the weed growing out of the feeder. Mr. Squint. Mr. Squint is a orange and white shorthair named due to his habit of squinting his eyes. Personality-wise, Mr. Squint is very observant and often keeps to himself. Miss Goth. Miss Goth is a brown and white shorthair named due to the markings under her eyes resembling thick eyeliner. Mr. Hurry. Mr. Hurry is a white and orange shorthair who gained his name due to his habit of being in a great hurry, often eating and running off. Mr. Tiger. Mr. Tiger is a white and black shorthair named due to the stripes on his back resembling ones that a tiger would have. Miss Wolf. Miss Wolf is a gray shorthair named due to her unique gray coat being very similar to one a wolf has. Miss Watchful. Miss Watchful is a white shorthair named due to her watchful and observant personality. Due to her feeder's obscurity, she will often rest there at the feeder for long amounts of time. Snow Miser. Snow Miser is a white shorthair named after the character Snow Miser from the TV special The Year Without Santa Claus. This is due to him having big white fluffy fur just like snow. Mr. Quills. Mr. Quills is a brown shorthair named due to the fur on his back resembling quills a porcupine would have. Tyler. Tyler is a gray shorthair named due to being a common feeder at John's Feeder, which has a collective of cats that are all named after basic human names. Miss Covergirl. Miss Covergirl is a orange and white shorthair named due to her pretty, model-like appearance. She is relatively kind to other cats, however when she is hungry she will often push other cats out of the feeder. Miss Arrive. Miss Arrive is a brown shorthair named after one clip, where Miss Arrive arrives at the feeder, walking over from a distance, and quickly leaves. Miss Coraline. Miss Coraline is a white shorthair named after the movie Coraline, as she is seen with big shadowy eyes, much like the button eyes seen in the movie. Mr. Diamond. Mr. Diamond is a brown and white shorthair named after his unique chest markings which resemble diamonds. Unlike other cats of the feeder, Mr. Diamond has the tendency to lick food into his mouth. Marine. Marine is a orange and white shorthair named due to how hard he is to spot on the camera, much like a marine animal. Mr. Trumpet. Mr. Trumpet is a orange shorthair named after his size and color which resemble a trumpet. Mr. Trumpet is very playful, even being spotted jumping on the top of the feeder. Auntie. Auntie is a brown shorthair named due to their caring and motherly nature, often being seen taking care of other cats at the feeder. Miss Cupid. Miss Cupid is a black and white shorthair whose name comes from her Chinese name, which translates to cow matchmaker. Miss Cupid is friendly with other cats, however the feeder caretaker has described her as a spoiled child. Mex Distinguished Gentleman. Mex Distinguished Gentleman is a white and black shorthair who got their name from how they look like they're wearing a suit. Miss Steelclaw. Miss Steelclaw is a gray Sphinx cat named after the resemblance to the Sphinx Steelclaw from the game Baldur's Gate 3. Miss Shorty. Miss Shorty is a black and orange shorthair named due to their extremely small size. Miss Shorty is known for her unique quirk of raising her paw when she looks around. Mrs. Poppy. Mrs. Poppy is a orange and white shorthair named due to her resemblance to Poppy from the ABC cartoon Pablo the Little Red Fox. French onion soup. French onion soup is a orange and white shorthair named due to being associated with the soup crew. French onion soup is known for their insatiable hunger, once even getting a snack stuck in his nose. Miss Granite. Miss Granite is a brown and white shorthair named due to her coat resembling the igneous rock, granite. Mr. Apricot. Mr. Apricot is a orange and white shorthair named due to his wide eyes looking like halved apricots, as well as his orange coat. Personality-wise, Mr. Apricot isn't very nice to other cats, often hissing and growling at them. Miss Opal. Miss Opal is a white and orange shorthair named after her white coat closely resembling a opal, a mineral often used in jewelry. Mr. Adidas. Mr. Adidas is a orange shorthair named after the distinct three stripes on his back, reminiscent to ones that would be on a Adidas jumpsuit. Miss Isthmus. Miss Isthmus is a orange and white shorthair named after their two white patches on their back, similar to the landmass known as a isthmus. Personality-wise, Miss Isthmus is one of the most dramatic and expressive cats, often being very nervous and worried. Miss Iced Coffee. Miss Iced Coffee is a white and brown shorthair named due to her fur pattern looking like a fancy iced coffee. Tim Tom. Tim Tom is a brown and white shorthair named after Timmy and Tommy from Animal Crossing. This is due to them likely being the daughter of Miss Raccoon. Miss Soy Sauce. Miss Soy Sauce is a black and orange shorthair who was named due to the black markings on her fur looking like pools of soy sauce. Miss Victorian. Miss Victorian is a brown and white shorthair named after her stark stares at the camera emulating those of a Victorian child. Max Licorice. Max Licorice is a black shorthair named due to their coat closely resembling the candy black licorice. Nuan. Nuan is a black and white shorthair named after the Chinese word nuan, which means warm/friendly due to them being the kindest cat at their particular feeder. Mike. Mike is a gray shorthair named after the character Mike the Liar from the Elder Scrolls series, due to them both having gray coats and dark stripes by their eyes. Mr. Chate. Mr. Chate is a white and brown shorthair named after the term in the Japanese Yakuza, Chate, also known as little brothers or people with the lowest rank. This is due to his youthful appearance. Miss Inkozume. Miss Inkozume is a brown and white shorthair named after the term in the Japanese Yakuza that I would prefer not to talk about, however it relates to her only having 3 legs. Mr. Chloro. Mr. Chloro is a orange shorthair named after the Spanish cleaning product of the same name, as this back pattern leaves lighter spots like a cleaning product might leave. Miss Cruciform. Miss Cruciform is a brown shorthair named after the cross pattern seen on her back. Miss Cruciform is extremely rare, seemingly only showing up to the feeder for food. Mr. Itachi. Mr. Itachi is a gray shorthair named after the Japanese word for weasel due to him resembling a ferret or weasel. Mr. To This. Mr. To This is a brown shorthair named after a mistake on the Hello Street Cat Wiki Discord server. The post was supposed to say hello to this guy, however it combined the to and the this, resulting in his name. Batman Coalball. Batman Coalball is a black and white shorthair named due to his white markings resembling Batman's suit. Big Coalball. Big Coalball is a black and white shorthair named due to his black markings that make him resemble a large ball of coal. Top Wobbles. Top Wobbles is a ginger shorthair named due to his strange walking patterns that were likely caused by a past injury. However, originally Top Wobbles was dubbed Mr. Gap due to him sleeping in the gaps of the feeder. Uncle Spike. Uncle Spike is a white and gray shorthair named due to his unique spiky fur and got the uncle prefix due to him being over 10 years old. And that is it for Layer 3, which included some of the most rare and often not seen cats. Next, we will be heading into Layer 4, the final tier, which includes some of the most legendary creatures that appear at the feeder. Miss Bumblebee. Miss Bumblebee is a white and orange calico shorthair who was given her name due to her short tail closely resembling a bee stinger. Notorious. Notorious is a white and black shorthair who gained their name due to their habit of scaring visitors, once even scaring Miss Bounce and Watcher. Mr. Bigglesworth. Mr. Bigglesworth is a white sphinx named due to his similarities to Dr. Evil's Sphinx cat of the same name from the Austin Powers movies. Other titles Mr. Bigglesworth has been known to go by are Mr. Fleshy, Mr. Naked, Mr. Beerus, and Mr. Raw. Brother Dozer. Brother Dozer is a white and orange shorthair named due to his habit of dozing off at the feeder. Brother Dozer is not a confrontational creature, often choosing peace over violence. Brother Gentle. Brother Gentle is a orange and white shorthair named due to his docile and gentle behavior. Brother Gentle will often loaf in front of the feeder and wait for food donations. The Void Cats. The Void Cats are a duo of two black shorthairs named due to their dark coats. However, due to them looking so similar, they are often considered one entity. Mr. Idiot. Mr. Idiot is a brown and white shorthair named due to him being caught peeing in the food and then proceeding to eat said food on his first appearance. Mr. Emoji Face. Mr. Emoji Face is a white and orange shorthair named due to his unique appearance, resembling this emoticon. Mr. Emoji Face is very aggressive, often growling and glaring at other cats over food. Mr. Taste. Mr. Taste is a brown shorthair named due to his hungry personality, often eating large amounts and not being picky whatsoever. Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat is a black and white lab mix, named due to his laid-back personality, similar to other cats at the feeder. However, unlike other cats, Mr. Cat is a dog. Mini Boss. Mini Boss is a gray shorthair named due to originally being thought to be the child of Big Boss and Miss Tangerine. Mini Boss is currently missing, as she was scooped up from the feeder by a pair of humans. Miss Emo. Miss Emo is a black and white shorthair named due to the black fur pattern over her left eye, making it look like she has bangs, similar to like how someone who was emo would style their hair. Little Anarchy. Little Anarchy is a black and white shorthair who received his name after tearing the knitted sign off the wall and proceeding to attack his mother. Mr. Frightened. Mr. Frightened is a black and white Scottish fold named due to being terrified by the noises at the feeder. Mr. Burnt Toast. Mr. Burnt Toast is a brown shorthair named due to his coat color being a very similar color to burnt toast. Mr. Burnt Toast is very goofy, often staring at the camera blankly. Mr. Wimp. Mr. Wimp is a brown shorthair named due to an altercation between him and Mr. Chicken. Mr. Chicken would approach Mr. Wimp, which would cause him to flee, but ended up slipping and smacking his head against the side of the feeder. Mr. Wimp has not returned to the feeder since the incident. Mrs. Fudge. Mrs. Fudge is a brown shorthair named due to her brown color being very similar to the chocolate treat Fudge. Mrs. Fudge is extremely skittish and timid, often looking over their shoulder to check if anybody is there. Mr. Slacker. Mr. Slacker is a white shorthair named due to his lax and sloth-like behavior. Miss Carpet Beetle. Miss Carpet Beetle is a black and orange shorthair named due to the markings on her back being reminiscent of a carpet beetle. Miss Lookout. Miss Lookout is a white and orange shorthair named due to her guard-like behavior of sitting inside the feeder without eating or sleeping for 20 plus minutes at a time. Mr. Bug. Mr. Bug is a unknown type of beetle known to hang around the feeder, often flying around and trying not to get eaten. Mr. Five. Mr. Five is a orange and white shorthair named due to his unique 5-like marking on his back. Mr. Five is also known as Mr. Poop due to once using the bathroom in the feeder. Callie. Callie is a calico shorthair named due to them looking like a stereotypical calico. Callie is an extremely rare sight, only showing up for small amounts of time at the feeder. Pawmiss. Pawmiss is a black and white shorthair whose name was originally a placeholder, however it stuck around. Squig. Squig is a black and white shorthair named due to his squiggly ear. Squig is very defensive, often swatting at cats that get in his personal space. Cinnabon. Cinnabon is a brown shorthair named after the American pastry chain Cinnabon due to him looking similar to their cinnamon rolls. Cinnabon is very mean, for example, hissing at Pastel on their first appearance. Pichu. Pichu is a calico shorthair named after the Pokemon Pichu due to the Pikachu plush located in the back of the feeder. Pichu is currently unseeable due to her waiting adoption. Raichu. Raichu is a orange and white shorthair named after the Pokemon Raichu due to the Pikachu plush located in the back of the feeder. Raichu also happens to be the sister of Pichu. Mr. Weep. Mr. Weep is a brown shorthair named due to often being seen with a slight bit of moisture in his eyes resembling tears. Mr. Sparkle. Mr. Sparkle is a white and brown shorthair named after his large, dark eyes that seem to sparkle in every angle of the feeder's camera. Mr. Regal. Mr. Regal is a orange longhair named due to his regal and monarch-like image. Luigi. Luigi is a brown and white shorthair named after the character Luigi from the Super Mario series due to them both having very similar timid-like personalities. Brother Flip. Brother Flip is a gray shorthair named due to his particular feeder being flipped over, making it look like he was upside down. Madame Plush. Madame Plush is a gray and white shorthair named due to her soft and plush-like appearance. Preference-wise, Madame Plush prefers the freeze-dried chicken snacks over the kibble, often looking disappointed when kibble is donated. Mr. Small Gentleman. Mr. Small Gentleman is a orange shorthair named due to his small and stubby appearance. Mr. Small Gentleman is the rarest cat at the feeder due to being someone's pet and not being seen very often. Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed is a brown and orange Siberian weasel named due to his ability to move quickly. Other Orange Cat. Other Orange Cat is a orange shorthair named due to being another orange cat. Other Orange Cat also has the strange habit of squeaking at other cats. Mr. Dio. Mr. Dio is a black shorthair named after the character Dio Brando from the anime series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure due to him being frequent at the JoJo feeder. Mr. Antenna. Mr. Antenna is a black shorthair named due to how he twitches his ears, similar to how a bug would adjust their antenna. Mr. Despair. Mr. Despair is a orange shorthair named due to a video of him eating very sadly would become extremely popular online. Mr. Despair is seemingly always sad, however it might just be his resting face. Smidge. Smidge is a orange and black shorthair named after the dot of orange on the tip of her nose. Smidge is extremely rare, last being seen in late June. Mr. Insatiable. Mr. Insatiable is a orange and white shorthair named after his insatiable hunger that never ends. Bean. Bean is a brown shorthair named after his extremely small size. Due to Bean being so small, they require a caretaker, however, they are often seen trying to escape. Mr. Cry. Mr. Cry is a red dog named due to his distraught and upset reaction to the lack of food inside the feeder. Madame Margaret. Madame Margaret is a brown and white Persian, named due to Margaret being a stereotypical old person name and Madame Margaret being an older cat. Miss Fishbowl. Miss Fishbowl is a black and orange shorthair named due to her habit of sticking her face very close to the camera, giving her a fisheye effect. The Spoinglings. The Spoinglings are a group of gray and white shorthair kittens who were named due to looking very spoingly. The Spoinglings are currently unseeable due to being adopted. Coalball Baby. Coalball Baby is a black and white shorthair named due to being the smallest in the Coalball family. Coalball Baby would become infamous in the community after a video of him being pelted with freeze-dried food would go viral. Nuglet. Nuglet is a small orange shorthair named due to looking like a chicken nugget. Nuglet is known for their extreme bravery, protecting his sick sister for 15 hours, who would go on to sadly pass away. Miss Knight. Miss Knight is a black shorthair named after her unusual black coat, which contrasts with her ginger partner. Unfortunately, Miss Knight would pass away suddenly under unknown circumstances. Rest in peace, Miss Knight. Mr. Gunk. Mr. Gunk was a white and orange shorthair named due to his extremely gunky eyes. Sadly, Mr. Gunk would go on to pass away due to mistreatment and malicious food tampering. Rest in peace, Mr. Gunk. Miss Clean. Miss Clean was a white and gray shorthair named due to her habit of cleaning everything around her. Sadly, Miss Clean would pass away due to mistreatment and malicious food tampering. Rest in peace, Miss Clean. Miss Foot. Miss Foot was a calico shorthair named after her habit of putting her paws in the feeder. Unfortunately, Miss Foot would pass away due to malicious food tampering and mistreatment. Rest in peace, Miss Foot. Miss Clumsy. Miss Clumsy was a calico shorthair named due to her clumsy nature, often seen falling over and stumbling over things. Sadly, Miss Clumsy would pass away due to FPV on May 26, 2024. Rest in peace, Miss Clumsy. Little Lynx. Little Lynx was a white and orange shorthair named due to his short tail closely resembling something a lynx would have. Sadly, Little Lynx would pass away due to mistreatment and malicious food tampering. Rest in peace, Little Lynx. And that is the end of the Hello Street Cat Iceberg Part 2. However, before I end the video, there are a few things that I would like to discuss. Firstly, these cats are often victims of abuse and mistreatment, and the best way to support these cats is through an app known as Purr, which I will leave in the description. Secondly, I want to thank the Hello Street Cat Wiki and the Hello Street Cat Discord for all the information used in the video. The whole community is really kind, so make sure to go check them out. Lastly, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, then make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!